Yeah, hi, good afternoon, dear students. This is Raja. I'm here to record a new video, and I hope you spent and you had a good and wonderful Thanksgiving break. I am in this video, as I mentioned, I just want to kind of highlight some of the learning objectives, at the same time go over the same assignment. It's actually the tutorial is available on the MyLab IT, but I wanted to take the opportunity to highlight using Excel to solve statistical problems and perform statistical analysis using built-in tools and mixture of functions and analysis and sort of the tool pack. So also before I continue and start on the assignment, I want to kind of just mention that the final exam reviews or has been posted um, on Canvas. So please, there's kind of open-ended questions to guide you through and what will be included on the final exam. And please take advantage of the office hours if you have questions. There will be posting an extra credit assignment, as I mentioned. This to do with the course evaluation and also maybe another extra credit just to some students reaching out, seeing if they can do extra work to improve grades. But either way, please don't hesitate to meet with me via office hours or by appointment if you have any additional questions. Now, the questions also came to me about releasing the exams, exam one, exam two, and probably part of the only the multiple choice. So these are the quizzes, particular question banks come. So I will open all the quizzes also in additional to the I was waiting to because most of the quizzes are due sort of between today and tomorrow. So in case you waited until last minute to do the quizzes, please do them so I can go ahead and release all the quizzes. They will help you also prepare for the final exam. All right. So in chapter 12, and in the same step 2 assignment, the gift shop sales, as I have shared with you here. So I'm gonna have to post multiple videos, maybe 2 or 3 to complete this assignment. Just it depends because I have a limit of 15 minutes per recording. All right. So using the sales sample, so we do have a monthly category, price, quantity sold, and the revenue. So first, we're going to do some analysis on the revenue using the analysis tool pack to calculate descriptive summary statistics. What is this? This is basically a summary statistics formulas all packed in a one tool, like the mean, the median, the max, the minimum. So that's more of a summary statistics tools already packed here. So if you do not have, so I'm going to need to click on the data tab. Okay, so let me just make sure I include that on the top so you can see the top also. So I clicked on the data tab, and on the data tab, you should have this data analysis tool. Now, if you do not have this tool, you can easily add it by clicking on the file, like how we added solver. Click on options and add-ins. You're going to click on the go here. And if you don't have the analysis tool packed, you can, if this is unchecked, go ahead and check it. Okay. And this will add the tool pack tool here, data analysis tools, into your Excel. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and click on again, you're going to click on the data analysis after you add it. And then we're going to choose summary statistic here. Okay, so what I have first is you specify the range, the input range, and then where you want to place the output, and if the input range includes labels, and how do you want to do, what type of statistics. So we're going to do the summary statistics, and so you need to check all of it. So first of all, let's do the input. It's E1 through E101. Okay, So basically you just go ahead and choose, even including the title, okay, the E1, because this is going to be also added. Label in first row, the output range, just choose here, you can choose cell G1 and choose summary statistics and click OK. Okay, so this will generate the summary statistics, the mean, standard error, median, mode, standard deviation, all the minimum, maximum, sum, counts. It's really nicely uh, performed using this one tool. Okay, so that's it for step 2. Step 3 here in cell. So we're going to use a new function. Okay, so as you can see here, down here, so to understand what we're doing, of course, not just like applying the steps. So I have quantity sold, bin, but I have here different. So for each month, I have different categories and prices in like for each, like January. If I look at January, month of January, and I have this category or the jewelry or any one of these, the skincare, there's a quantity here. But if I want quickly, the frequency function is used when you are counting range of values. Okay, so so they start between the range. So that's why we have. So this is, you know, from 0 to 50, between 50 and from 60, 51 to 70, from 71 to 120, from 150 and more. Okay, so this the function will do this for me. So I'm going to go ahead and insert the frequency, the occurrence of how many times this quantity sort of repeated, okay, for each item. So let's say anything is, so the data array it's G2 all the way. So you're gonna choose all your data range. Oops, to G2 through D101, and the bin array, and that's the bin array. So that's gonna be I have, this is my kind of the bins from 0 to 50, 50, 70, 70. So these kind of how many times these kind of occurred. So I'm going to close the parentheses and click enter. Okay. It probably. Okay, so we were here. We just basically put the data array, which is all the D2 through, not G, sorry, it's a D101. Okay, it's a D2 through D101, and of course the mistake here, D2 through D101, comma G18 through G21. So that's the frequency that I have, and hit enter. And now you can see like how many, the frequency of each one of these pins. Okay, then in here, so anything more than 150, so we have 30 counts. So just in G20, that's why in G22, just asking you to type 4. Okay, it counted the value, but it didn't have like a title for the cell. All right, so completed 3 and 4. Again, I'm going to click on the frequency function. It's the range of the data array and the bin array, simply. And making sure there's a comma in between. Okay. Let's see. Move on to next step, step 5 here. So maybe we do this step because I want to explain this box and whisker chart. So what is this and how it's used? All right. So I'm going to create on the same worksheet, I'm going to create another a type of statistical. It's called box and whisker chart. It is a statistical analysis, a statistical graph, shows the distribution and the spread of the data quickly, and then makes it easy for, like, for someone, or like a manager or someone, to look at the distribution of data, okay, compared to the median, if there's any kind of errors or data or outliers in the data. So let's see how we can do this for this range of data. So I'm going to explain it also once we add the chart. So we're going to create a box and whisker chart showing the quantity sold for each item category. So we're going to do the quantity for each category. So you have ranges B1, choose or select the first range. Okay, and just hold the control key to select the second range, G1 through G101. Okay, I'm ready to insert I'm going to look at the all charts and choose the one box, this one. It's going to show me like the box and whisker so that you can see the minimum maximum ranges. So this is the chart. So let me first place the chart in the right position. They want you to put that in I2 through M12. Okay, just put that in the right position. Now let's explain what is this. Okay, and also another, let me just complete. So we're going to rename the title to Sales Volume by Category. So this is kind of to give it more of a meaningful. So sometimes you see these type of, if I highlight any one of these here, it says a quantity sold, okay? And for each one of these categories, okay, it's a quantity sold. But what to understand these kind of the dashes here at the top and the bottom, okay, so you do have, usually there is a minimum, maximum. So there's for each one, there's a minimum and a maximum, okay? So this is here the short whisker between the minimum and the first value here, quantity sold. Okay, so the first value is 59, and you do have all these value, and then between this value 164 and the max is 250. Okay, and then so you have the smallest data value. Okay, so this is kind of excluding, of course, if there's any outlier, and the highest, the maximum, okay, the largest value. And then in kind of between the quartile, so this is Q, like we call it the quartile 1, the lowest quartile, okay? The first 25%, so the first 25%, okay, of the data falls below this value, okay? Then we have the median, and so the median, in this case, do you see that line, fine line? Okay, that's the median. And the third, the 75 quartile, it's a 75, sorry, of the data is below this point. And then you have the maximum. So anything outlier is the data that sits in the outside, the rest of the distribution. So that's kind of to understand the minimum, the maximum, the mean here, and of course the quartiles, the first quartile, the second quartile is basically, so this is Q1, Q2, and this is Q3. All right. So that's it's again a statistical chart, mainly used when you want to show the statistics, distribution really, and quickly look at that and make decisions.